What up, though?
Welcome to Woman Crush
Every
Every Day,
Day.
where we discuss queer media, especially when it's black and especially when it's woman. I'm your host, Allison, aka Al Wu.
And I'm your host, Tang V, aka Sean V. Scribe.
And today we're going to be talking about I Want to Dance with Somebody, the Whitney Houston biopic. But before we get into all of that,
Make sure you subscribe, especially since we just dropped a trailer for our new project.
Yes, we did. It's called Don't Break Up Over Text. It's a short comedy written and produced by this wonderful human being over here, Tang
And
B.
co-produced
Shantae,
and edited
and all,
by this wonderful
oh
human
my gosh,
being
it was
over
a
here.
true labor of love. It was a true labor of love from the Black LGBT Plays team. So shout out all of y'all who helped put this together.
Yes.
But the trailer is in the description. So after you check out this review, go ahead and click on the link in the description and check out that trailer.
But before you click on the link in the description, click the subscribe button so that you can find out how to see the film when we actually drop the full film. So we will be letting you know you want those notifications to hit your phone.
Yeah, you do.
So subscribe.
You heard it.
And with that, we're going to get into I Want to Dance with Somebody. She wanted to feel the heat with her Robyn.
With Robyn. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. So, you know what? I was kind of concerned when this movie, like, when I heard this was happening, because I know that a lot of the Houston family, they spend so much of their lives trying not to talk about Whitney's dabble into women and her affair with Robyn Crawford. And but this movie kind of, it didn't give us every single detail, which no movie ever could.
No.
But it did give us a little bit.
It gave us way more.
Yeah, way more than I expecting, for sure. Into that love story. So, you know how we do. If you don't know how we do 4 questions. And our first, as always, what was your favorite scene from this film?
It's hard to choose, okay? It's hard to choose. The film is over 2 hours. They give you a lot while still not giving you everything that you came for. But, it's a toss-up. So, at first, my favorite scene was sort of at the beginning of the movie when Whitney decides to move out of her parents' house. And her and Robyn are going to move in together. And she is packing it up in the car. The family is like, no, don't go, don't do it. And Whitney's like, I'm going. She throwing her bags in the trunk, all confident. And Robyn is just on the side, looking very spiffy, like giving dapper, very cute. And just like, I got your daughter. She doesn't say that, but her whole stance, everything says like, you can't stop this. So it's between that and every time that Robyn and Bobby get into it on like who's top dog in Whitney's life. Like, it's interesting because they do this like flip-flop. So at the beginning of Bobby and Whitney's relationship, Robyn comes in and, Whitney is this wasn't the beginning of the relationship. They're far into it. Bobby and Whitney are married at this point. Whitney has been doing this long tour trying to clean up her daddy's financial mess. And she's tired. And Bobby is like, look, if you tired, ain't nobody talking to you, period. Ain't nobody coming up in here.
I love your Bobby voice right now.
Thank you. It's my Bobby Brown.
He did, like, the voice is really like, yes. Okay, yes. Okay.
And Robyn come in like, come on.
Boy,
like,
right.
I'm Robyn. Okay, she said nobody, but I'm not nobody. I'm Robyn. I don't know if you know, but Whitney, tell him. And and Whitney's just like, I don't know. And then later, Robyn comes in after Whitney it's very clear to everybody she needs to go to rehab, and Robyn is super concerned, and Bobby is trying to play like, no, I'm her husband. I know what's best. She not going, whatever. She not leaving. And Robyn is just like, no, like, I'm not listening to you. I'm talking directly to her. So those were my favorite moments. Were just like, really Robyn's power struggles with everybody else in Whitney's life. I was here for it.
Okay.
What about you?
My favorite scene, I mean, my heart swelled really seeing how beautiful those early moments between Whitney and Robyn happened. I think I was really surprised by how beautifully it was portrayed. I mean, it really felt just innocent. It felt like just an honest love. So you see them dancing together. They're like listening to Shaka Khan's Papillon, like dancing. You know, I love a lesbian dancing. So here for that. So really love that. And it's a really hard tie, like they do like these music video moments.
Yeah.
So
good.
These like recreations of classic Whitney videos, and I thought that was fire.
Yeah.
Really have fun with that. So those were like scenes sprinkled throughout the film, but definitely some of the favorites.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was your woman crush?
I mean, it was so clearly Robyn. Like, I think in any film that they ever do about Whitney Houston's life, if there's ever a Robyn character in it,
yeah,
Robyn is the hero. Like,
yeah,
Robyn is the person who gives a fuck. Like, Robyn is the person who really demonstrates a care for Whitney in a way that, I mean, I don't want to say like nobody else in her family loved her. I believe that people loved her, you know, for sure. But I think, you know, that person who's like, hey, you need to slow down. Hey, I'm really in your corner is Robyn. And
yeah,
my heart.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Who was your woman crush?
I mean, this movie definitely gave Robyn like a peer status.
Definitely.
And I mean, I will say this, like, Robyn was also like Whitney's whole family, working for Whitney, living off of Whitney's voice, body, you know, talent, all of that. But at the same time, I totally agree. It feels like she had a genuine care for her as a friend. And, you know, just got to shout out, like, the way lesbian community works, where you can have a whole romantic sexual relationship with somebody, they do you wrong, and you yet don't forget who they were to you and why you care about them and why they still are a worthwhile person, even if they don't belong in that placement in your life. And I respect Robyn for sticking by in the way that she did, at least the way it's portrayed here. We won't talk about postmortem because, you know, she did put it all out there. But I also feel like people have a right to their own story, especially when you're talking about somebody whose shadow essentially you live in and who you protect, who you spent a long time protecting at the expense of being able to live out your own identity. And I have a lot of respect for Robyn for that.
Absolutely. Okay, so for you, what can stay and what can go?
Oh man, okay. What can go is everything that led to Whitney's demise.
Absolutely.
I mean, I think the fact that she was born into a family that already had a lot of success attached to it, and so a lot to live up to. I think the fact that, you know, she had a mother who had already kind of understood what this industry takes and was molding her into a star, and that I think often people will have a hard time letting go of, like, of living off the success of your very talented child and not taking that so far. I feel like the fact that nearly every single one of her family members was eating off of her is such an immense amount of pressure that anybody is just like, if I wanted to take a break, I don't have nobody to fall back on. None of y'all have your own bag without me. So I wish that could go from life. I wish all the scenes of, you know, what we kind of showing the perspective of what Bobby Christina, this little girl, saw growing up was heartbreaking. And we all know how that ended. And it's just a heartbreaking story for the whole family to have somebody who is so successful, so loved, so criticized, and just end in such tragedy all around. It's just really sad. And the shit with her father, like, you know, it was just a lot of heartbreak that I wish didn't happen to the whole family. What can stay is the fact that, like, we actually get to see early Whitney and kind of like what she wanted, who she loved, who she wanted to be around, how she wanted to be, how she wanted to present herself. Like, I'm so grateful to see the Whitney that was like, I just want to, like, have short hair, wear sweatpants, be comfortable, and sing my ass off. Can I just do that? And they said no. So that can go, but the original, like, essence of who she was, that can stay. And the fact that we get, like, a queer woman loving woman love story sort of in it a little bit, you know, I'll take it.
Yeah. Okay. My what can stay, what can go. I already said earlier, I really stand over those music video recreations. Yes. So I was like, in the context of this film, keep that, love that. And what can stay, real ones, have in your corner.
Yes.
Keep those. Real ones can always stay. What can go, these insecure dudes who are not providing no bags
at all.
That can go. What else about this film and this story can go? You know what I really liked?
Yeah.
I liked that we didn't see Whitney Houston really abusing drugs, but we just saw the effects.
Yeah. I mean, we saw a little bit. We saw a little
bit,
but not the extent that what we've come to know it was happening.
I think, to me, I make this, there's like a mental picture of the addicted person scene, you know, where they go and you see them all in the bathroom just going crazy. And it's like, we don't get that.
We get one scene where she's kind of like really out of it in this chair in this attic, and there's like writing all behind that was like, really, but
I feel like
really the only
that
one.
Still doesn't speak to like that scene, that like I'm doing drugs hard scene.
Yeah.
Like,
passed out.
Yeah, like, you know,
that one.
the close-ups and the snorting of cocaine. You know, like, you don't get that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we don't get that.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel like a lot of people take that route, you know, and I think the director, Casey Lemons, you know, I don't know where that choice came from, but I think, hey, that was hot. I'm glad that you didn't lean into that.
Yeah.
We don't need to see Whitney like that. We get it. And I think we still feel all of the damage and pain that we needed to feel. Or we're supposed to feel. I don't think needed to feel. What else? I had something else I was going to say about what could stay, what could go. Man, that scene with the daddy. The daddy.
Oh my
daddy
gosh.
On the deathbed scene. Y'all go to the movies and see that. Like, oh my God, that was wild.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I'll leave it there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, where does this fit in the queer canon for you?
It's a bunch of things that come to mind. I feel like this film feels a lot like a cautionary tale for straight people. Like, for straight parents. And like, if your child is whole gay and you see him doing gay stuff, you know, chill out. Because, you know, I feel like the blind eyes that were turned to drugs and the sex and the women and the this and the scandals, like, there was so many other things that like, oh, we'll let that go. But then, like, when Whitney has somebody around her who is a true friend,
yeah,
you know, it doesn't, you know,
that's
the family
problem.
messes that up.
Yeah.
The family messes that up because they are so anti-gay. They hate the idea that she can be taken care of by this woman, and that's one piece of where I feel like it fits in the queer canon. Another thing that I feel like I want to shout out is it's so iconic, the lesbian best friend. like that's just my best friend. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That's just my best friend. Girl, we all know what's happening with your best friend. I think every lesbian has had a best friend. Have you had a best friend?
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Pretty much my first girlfriend was my best friend.
You know, We know. So seeing that play out in the life of The Voice, was really funny. And I mean, like, this is Whitney Houston, y'all.
This is Whitney Houston.
You know, having this woman crush.
Yeah.
And you gotta. Whitney Houston was living her queer life up until her family and society and the record labels and everybody hated on her.
Shut it down.
And she was like, you know what? Fuck it. Bobby Brown.
Come on. That's not a come
This
up.
is where, like, this is...
At the time, I know it seemed like it, but that's not the come up.
I don't even know if it seemed like it at the time, but this is not...
I mean, Bobby Brown was
roast.
that deal.
I mean, Bobby Brown was like hot, you know what I'm saying? But like,
he was that deal.
Was Bobby Brown ever a Whitney though?
Never.
That's all I'm saying.
Never.
That's all I'm saying.
Never.
Bobby Brown was never Whitney.
No.
It's evidenced in the fact that look at Bobby Brown.
You know that happens in Hollywood all the time, though. You know?
Yeah. So.
Scales can't always be even.
Yeah, they can't. All right. Well, for you, where does this fit in the queer canon?
You know, I think the biggest thing for the queer canon is shout out to the bisexuals. And I'm not going to quite say Whitney is bisexual, but I am going to say Whitney is giving bisexual baddie, you know, according to the storyline. So whatever, you didn't say it about yourself, Whitney, but the story is bisexual baddie realness. You are out here bossing up and literally the boss of everything and everybody. And so to just see that, I think is in line with like so many beautiful queer women that are part of this iconic voice history. Like, this is like Bessie Smith. Like, this is Ma Rainey. Like, we have these people in time who are queer, bisexual presenting or straight presenting women who have had these complicated, beautiful, flourishing relationships with other women that had a huge influence on their careers.
Yeah.
So shout out that. And yeah, I think it's just beautiful to see. It also makes me think, I really agree about like this being a cautionary tale for straight parents, because I can't help but think, who would Whitney have been if she had been allowed to be herself, love who she wanted to love, dress how she wanted to dress, present how she wanted to present? You know, would she still be here with us? And I have no doubt that maybe it would have stopped her from becoming The Voice. You know, it would have cut down on her popularity, but it might have given her like life, which would be great. You know?
Yeah.
But fate is what fate is. Things happen how they happen. So, yeah, big sigh. But thank you for this film, y'all. I had a great time.
Yeah.
And
listening to the jams, that was great.
Oh my gosh.
It was fun. I was singing
so
throughout
ready.
the whole thing.
Yeah. Ready to be on Whitney all week. I mean, the music.
See, watch her. Watch your girl. What up, Toya G?
What up, though?
Yo. But yeah, that's our review of I Want to Dance with Somebody in movies now, starring Naomi Ackie and as Whitney Houston and Nafessa Williams as Robyn Crawford.
It's good, y'all. It's good. And they look good. The outfits, the everything is good. So enjoy. Let us know what you think. Make sure that you subscribe and click on that trailer in the description and share it with people. If you are enjoying queer stories, you want to see more stuff from Black women loving women, then we put that together for you. So stay tuned, enjoy, and until next time, peace.
Y'all know what it is.